Beating the heat this summer is as easy as visiting your nearby Pima County Library branch. And there is a lot to do at the library with their Summer Mania events.
If you find space, robots, laser tag, anime, Japanese game shows, and of course reading a lot of fun, then you don't want to miss it. Here to tell us more is James Walter and Jennifer Caldwell from Pima County Library. How are you?
Thanks so much for having us.
So why did Summer Mania get created in the first place?
So this is, something that we noticed a lot at the libraries is we had lots and lots of teens and 20s coming in, checking out manga, comic books, graphic novels, that kind of thing. But what we didn't see a lot of is them talking to one another about the stories that they obviously love so much. And we thought, wouldn't it be great if we had a place where people could come together and talk about these stories? And that's where the idea got started. And so what Summer Mania is, it's a series of 3 conventions. They all have different themes. And people can come together and talk about these stories. And we've got we started out 4 years ago with one little convention with a couple hundred people. And now 4 years later, we have 2 smaller conventions and 1 big one at the end of the summer. And we're expecting well over 1,000 people at the biggest one. So obviously, people love to come together and talk about stories.
Okay, well, let's talk about these conventions. What's the first one?
Go on.
The first one actually is going to be this Saturday at the Quincy Douglas Library.
Okay.
It's the Maker Mania convention. So that's if you like to hack, tinker with computers, do robotics, things like that. 6 to 8 in the evening.
Okay.
The next one's at my library. I work at the Action Columbus Library, so home branch. Tomorrow Mania for every Star Wars lover, sci-fi lover, tech lover.
Okay.
That's also on a Saturday, June 28th, 6 to 8 p.m. And our finale is at Manga Mania, or it's Mega Mania this year because we're incorporating manga and American comics. And it's going to be at Pima Community College downtown campus.
And what is, maybe I'm a little out of touch here, but what is manga?
Yeah.
Manga is, so I brought some.
Look at your eyes like,
I'm a manga reader. So manga is, it's just a Japanese style of comic. The main difference is it reads, I'm going to say this backwards because I'm trying to think, right to left. But it's just the style. So it could be anything from giant robots punching each other, which is like the stereotypical one, to high school romances.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
So who would enjoy Summer Mania?
Summer Mania is for anyone that loves celebrating their nerddom. So like, if you like, video game tournaments, making your own costumes like we did, virtual reality, anyone that loves to geek out will have fun here.
And why do you think this is like all the rage among teenagers now?
I think it's been popular for a long time. It's just that finally people are learning to come together and celebrate it together. I mean, people have been reading comics and manga for a long, long time. But now we actually have places where people can connect with each other and talk about the stories they love. And yeah, I'm really happy that the library can help that.
That's great. Okay, so we know what manga is. What is cosplay?
Cosplay. So cosplay is, both of us are in cosplay right now. Cosplay is short for costume play, which just means dressing up like a character from a story that you love. Me, for example, I am Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. If you read or watch Game of Thrones, yep. Mother of Dragons, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
James is a character from a manga called Prince of Tennis.
Prince of Tennis, yep.
Prince of Tennis, and what do? You're obviously a prince that plays tennis, but or is there more to that?
It's Japanese tennis manga with like tennis with explosions, basically. Yes, so tennis maxed up.
Oh, my son would love that.
It's really good.
Anything that explodes. Now you just made tennis interesting for him.
Yeah.
That's kind of how that's going to work. So do people have to wear costumes then to attend?
Absolutely not. No, when you go to Mega Mania, the big one, you'll see a lot of people in costumes, people from comic books, from manga, from stories, from novels. You'll see people all over from all kind of different genres. But you absolutely are not required to wear a costume. In fact, we actually will have a cosplay station at Mega Mania, where we'll have experts on hand and supplies to help you make a costume. And that's absolutely free. You can come in and just, someone will help you make a costume. And then at the end of the event, we'll have a huge cosplay contest to wrap up the whole event.
And part of the event, is it also educating people on all of these different things? Because I kind of feel like a fish out of water right now, because I've never read any of these. But, if people are interested in bringing their kids to these events, but the kids don't necessarily know what it is, are there some educational sessions as well?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, we invited a whole bunch of authors and artists from
local
area, from all over the state. They're in the industry already, so they're going to do workshops on how to, get published, refine your artwork, write great stories, and that's for all ages.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much for joining us,
Thank
and
you.
have such a
Thank
blast
you.
this summer.
Oh,
I'm so
thank you
glad
so
you
much.
guys are
Thank
doing
you.
this.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
You can never get too much reading in, right?
Absolutely.
And the Pima County Library is located on Stone Avenue. To learn more about the event happening there and just at that location alone, call 791-4010 or go online to library.pima.gov. Again, that's 791-4010 and library.pima.gov.